What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZEN today, Horizen. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. The purpose of this video is to discuss where I think the price is going to be, and I think it's going to be up a lot higher than it is now in the coming weeks. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are, sitting at about $24.32 now. I was looking at this chart today, and I actually just made a video talking about the Grayscale Trust, HZEN, right? Because Grayscale does a ZEN, a Horizen trust. Not that that makes this any more legitimate or less legitimate, but to be fair, there is a institutional trust with this coin in it, in case you didn't know that. There was one more thing, actually. I wanted to look up, is Horizen from the USA? Horizen Crypto. Yes, Horizen is a blockchain created in the USA. So ZEN, you guys, if ZEN, or if Donald Trump does fulfill his what he suggested he would do, which is that he would make taxes for American-made cryptos, American-operated cryptos, he'd make those gone. There'd be no capital gains tax. That could be really good for a coin like ZEN, man. ZEN, oh, come on now, only has a market cap, it's like in the hundreds of millions, right? Yeah, 386 million, which is not incredibly low, but that's still very low. Remember, a 100x from $100 million market cap is only a $10 billion market cap, right? And not that 10 billion is a small achievement, not every coin can see that, but a lot of coins do, especially in the all-time high kind of periods of the cycle. This coin could see a $38 billion market cap, which would be a 100x potential. It could see a $70 billion market cap, which would be nearly a 200x potential, right? It's been around for multiple cycles. This coin could see a market cap over $100 billion. You never know. You genuinely never know. But what I think is really cool is if we take the high beyond just the potential, and this thing has a lot of potential. I really do think it has a lot of potential. This could be my next buy. I've got my eyes on it. I've had my eyes on it for a while, and I really like what this chart is doing right now. Okay, so if we look at the 3-day time frame, what I did was I just measured a high to a low on the fib scale here, high, all-time high to low here. Okay, and what we've done is we have found resistance here. Let's see, right here at the 382, and then found support at the 236. 382, 236 combo normally move right up to the golden ratio, which we did. We went right up to the golden ratio. So 382, 236, up to the golden ratio, back to the 382. Very kind of classic maneuver. I discuss this all the time. You don't see it all the time, but it is one of the more kind of common processes in the fibs to do this exact thing. And with this exact thing, I'm with the utmost confidence, I'm very positive that ZEN's next move is going to be to 114, 115, somewhere between 110 and $120. You're at $24 now. So what this means is, and I expect this move to happen by the end of February. I expect it to happen around the 20th, if not the 15th of February, so about a month from now. What that means effectively is that HZEN is going to do a almost 5x move from its current prices, guys. Something like that, right? So crazy gains in a very short amount of time. We look at we take everything else away, and we just look at the weekly RSI. Overbought, getting overbought, nice, showing a lot of strength. Even at your weakest moments, you're still above the 50, which is nice. You've got lower lows here relative in your RSI, and then higher lows in your price. It all looks good. That's called hidden bullish divergence. When you have lower lows in your indicator, higher lows in the price, hidden bullish divergence. You look at the relative low here to the relative high there, finding support at the 382. It all looks so perfect. I genuinely do believe you're about to rip, man. And if it's not, whenever I say you're about to rip, I'm talking about those levels to $100 to about $120, somewhere in that range. That's not something that's going to take. The end of it would be sometime in the end of February. But the beginning of it, when you make this move, as you begin it, it's going to happen soon. It's probably already happening right now, in fact, right? But you're only going to pick this pace up. And I suspect starting next week, by the end of this week, we're on the weekly time frame here, 18 hours and 58 minutes left. I would suspect that by the end of today, by the end of this week, going into next week, we will start this move. So maybe it's not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, but within the next week, I assume HZEN will begin its move. And then by the end of February, that move should take you, I would think, around $114, $115. And that makes sense to me because with a lot of cryptos, I mean, actually, forget that. I was about to say a lot of cryptos I think are about to break out of their all-time highs, but I could see HZEN going to its all-time high, and then April, May, that's whenever it breaks out. But you never know, man. And this is another thing too, and I've said this for a few cryptos. You never know when this thing could just go ballistic. Right? It could see the most powerful move that it's ever seen in its life. It really could. We could be at new all-time highs by the end of January, let alone by the end of February. This is a cryptocurrency, and all it takes is one phenomenal move to remind you that it's a cryptocurrency and that this thing can just ape through the ceiling. So if you're looking to get into HZEN, my thoughts would be, again, expect targets probably around $100 to $120. That'd be my guess. Closer to 115. That'd be my guess. Okay. If you're looking to get into HZEN for this next move, if you're looking to get into HZEN for the all-time high potential. Sorry, I say HZEN. I keep saying HZEN. I meant ZEN. I meant ZEN. I just talked about HZEN. ZEN. HZEN is the Grayscale Trust. If you want to get into the Grayscale Trust too, you can. But if you're looking to get into this for the all-time high, it's at 386 now. 100x we already established is 38.6 billion. Okay, 100x from here. I mean, where does that take you? Right, it takes you all the way. Am I doing it wrong? No, it would have been. Maybe I am doing it wrong, because that's a 10x, so 100x would have been right here. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I think ZEN is going to do more than a 100x. Okay, I think this coin will more than 100x. At a minimum, I would expect it does about a 60-something x. A true technical minimum would be a 18x, 17x, which, to be fair, is the average growth expected across the markets. But I would think truly, like, you're going to see something around 150 to a 200 and something x, if not more. This coin, make no mistakes, guys, and I know it sounds crazy, but this coin could be worth 14,000 by the end of this cycle. It really could. This coin's been around, you guys, since 2017. Okay, this is the institutional cycle. It's been accumulating for a very long time, and look at just how bullish this is, right? It had a slightly higher high last cycle. Last cycle was weak as hell, man. I would think that not only would you see this trend line here, but you probably break it. Yeah. And I mean, you're going to obliterate it, man. So at a minimum, I suppose by way of this trend line, the minimum target would be something of like a 30x, 29x. But if you're going off the fibs here, I suppose the true minimum would be about a 59x, 60x from here. My personal expected target would be around about 149x, about 100. Let's just say 150 to about 220, somewhere in that range. That's my personal expectation, 150 to a 220x, which that's a huge range in itself. And it absolutely has the potential to see a 600x move this cycle. It absolutely does. I don't think it does, but if you don't think it's possible, then guess what? You won't sell it there. I don't think it gets there, but because I accept it as a possibility, if it does happen, I might not sell 100% of my coins there, because I'll probably have taken some profits here and even here, but I'll have some to sell. And having some is better than none, especially when we're talking about these areas, right? Like, you could sell here, and that's at 120x or 110x, 150x, whatever it is. I think it's 150x. And then if you moved all the way up here, that's another 4x on, or 3x on top of that, almost a 4x on top of that, right? So it might not seem significant, but that adds up, man. So I don't know, guys. I got nothing else for you. I think this video has probably gone on long enough. We've gone over the long-term targets, the short-term targets, and everything. ZEN, again, the main reason, what's getting me excited about this, or the reason why I made this video, is specifically because I am excited about this. It kind of gave me vibes, just like XCN. Like, I could see this performing soon the same way that we've seen XCN perform, right? They all take their turns. XCN every week is not going to move up 295%. It's not going to happen every single week, right? ZEN is not going to move up like this every single week. It will have its period where it breaks out and it sees phenomenal growth. Now, will it be something like 295% like we saw with XCN here, or will it be something like a 50% week or an 80% week, or bigger than that even, right? Like, anything and everything can happen, but I think that it's about to get started. I think that it is going to get moving here soon. So yeah, man, if anybody's looking for a good coin to kind of rotate funds into, I don't know, if you're not happy with your coin, or you're holding a coin like, I don't know, I don't want to say anything because none of it's financial advice, but like probably like Ethereum or Solana or Pepe or Shiba or Dogecoin or probably even, and no hate to the XRP army, but even like XRP, ADA, stuff like that, higher market cap coins that have less growth potential percentage wise. This coin might be less secure, and maybe don't sell all of your tokens. Again, not financial advice, but don't trade all of your top tier tokens for something that's in the top 236. But if you wanted to, if you're at the point, I think this is that point in the cycle where people do move things around. If you wanted to do it in the right way, moving your money around into something that hasn't broken out yet is good. If you're moving your money around into something that already has broken out, you're doing it wrong. I still think this moves higher for sure. I mean, there's a circle up here for a reason. I think it continues to move higher and beyond that, right? Talking about XCN here, but ZEN, it hasn't broken out yet. It's a good coin. It's a good project. It's got history. We're in this institutional cycle where security and proof of like what's the word I'm looking for? Being solvent, proof of not being a flop coin that just exists for one cycle and then peters out forever, proving that you can hold sustainable growth cycle after cycle, finding higher lows each single bear cycle and higher highs each bull cycle, and then just again the longevity of this thing. I think this is a coin that that long-term investors, institutional investors would be interested in, at least speculating on for this cycle. So with that kind of money coming into play, I would expect that we see an enormously larger cycle than we saw last cycle. You're at $24 now. It's entirely possible that this thing could be worth thousands of dollars by the end of the cycle. I really do think it'll be worth a $3,000 to $5,000 price. And that's all I got for you. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.